Alright, so I am on the test server. I'm going to be looking at the new weapon, Hellfire. So this is a flamethrower. I mean, everyone's been waiting for a flamethrower for a really long time. It looks pretty sick. But in terms of how it works, it's basically what you'd expect. Releases a sustained stream of fire, applies the burn effect, which deals continuous damage to its target. So the burn effect is just DOT damage over time. And that makes sense. It is a heavy-duty weapon, not a close quarters. However, it has a max range of 40 meters and no range implant whatsoever. The implants are damage, reload, and mag size. The mag size only exists as a legendary. And yeah, so these are 30%. The mag size is plus 40%. You see the fire rate is 305, which is essentially 5 shots per second with a magazine of 75. So that's 15 seconds of firing right there. Reload speed of 10, so pretty long reload speed. A small hit cone. But the main thing I want to draw your attention to is the burn damage here. If we go to the stat board, one thing may or may not stick out to you, and that is the burn damage is constant. Every single rank, it is a flat damage. And this is very interesting. If we take a look at Graviton Beam, which basically is the same thing going on, it fires a beam that builds up the implosion effect deals damage, and the implosion effect scales based on the rank. And the scaling is very important, because it doesn't look like there's an effect accumulation rate stat that changes on this weapon. It doesn't take longer to apply the effect when you're on lower ranks. So more than likely, you're looking at a situation where the weapon's going to be like super dominant if you get it low rank and if you use it low SP. But then later on, it'll be more balanced, and then as you start to fight maxed enemies, it'll fall off. Because relative to the weapon damage, the burn damage is not doing as much. I happen to already know that this weapon performs very mid, maxed out against maxed out enemies, simply because the burn damage is not scaling while the enemy HP is also scaling. But regardless, let's use it in a few matches. We have it right here on Surge. Damage and reload, shouldn't need the mag size. The weapon looks really cool. There's a lot going on the back of the weapon though, like, it's kind of crazy. Alright, fella. How fast can this burn you? Yeah, it has to burn through shields as well, in case you didn't notice. I got 40 meters range. Come on. So you can see what used to be the overheat effect. You can see that accumulating. So it is basically like Graviton, where it builds up the effect the more you fire it, and then starts to deal DOT damage after that. I think projectile speed's actually pretty decent. It's like you don't have to worry about it like being really hard to aim, so that's kind of nice. That might kill him. Not really. Yeah, see, the damage of the burn damage is really low. When you get to, like, high SP maxed enemies like this, you start to run into the issue of the burn damage just not fast enough. Oh, come on. Let's see what we can do with this. This might not be too bad, because it's kind of like a really short range minigun. And that is a good... It's pretty good for Eclipse. Being able to have a bit more range is obviously useful, but I don't think super necessary. 40 meters is kind of brutal, though. Alright. Problem is... Ooh, hello. That hemlock. It's gonna be annoying. Alright. Maybe the burn burn will take him out. Look at how little damage it's dealing. Like, the burn basically does nothing. But then imagine someone buys like a rank 1 of these. They use it in low SP matches. Each burn tick, which applies every half second, by the way. Each burn tick will basically kill an enemy, which is kind of ridiculous. It does seem like the burn bypasses Galvanic Hull, though, which is very nice. Alright, so Nomad. The main issue that I have with it is, like, the range. I mean, obviously it's a flamethrower, it's gonna have low range, but in order to use it, you have to be within Revoker range, and Revoker's just objectively better. And that makes me kind of sad. Yeah, see, the problem is the burn does actually... Wait, does the burn bypass his shield? The burn does bypass his shield, but the flames do not. It's hard to tell because each burn tick is, like, kind of pathetic. I like the reload animation, though. Like, look at that. That's pretty sick. I do kind of wonder, like, what the best mechs for this weapon would be. There are a lot of mechs that are really good with, like, minigun. Anything that's good with minigun and ideally used up close. That's probably what would work best. The problem is, like, the things that are best with minigun are best with minigun because they prefer to keep their distance more than Revoker, right? Otherwise they just use Revoker. Alright, so I have it on Vortex. I think a Vortex is going to be one of the best mechs for it. It is, like I said, a mech that works really, really well with minigun. Not necessarily ideally used up close, but can be very easily used up close. You don't have to deal with the turn penalty, which can be really detrimental as well. So, to Vortex I mean, because it's already kind of slow when it turns. And if you're up close, then you don't really want slow turning. So this could be a pretty darn good build. As well as, come on. Jeez. Alright. So my other thought is, like, maybe Seeker or Redeemer, because they can get in, deal some really good damage, and then get out while the burn damage is still ticking. So, you know, they don't have to necessarily be there while the enemy's taking the burn damage. And that might work. Okay, goodbye. Is that gonna kill him? Probably not. Nah, it only lasts for like a second. The burn doesn't last for very long, which is kind of sad. Oh wait, no, I did kill him. How long did that last for? Hold on. Jeez, it lasts for like 10 seconds? Oh wait. Bro, I thought I was using an eclipse for a second. No, I thought it was much shorter than that. No, the burn lasts for like 10 seconds, that's crazy. So that'll probably kill him. Really? Okay. Yeah, problem is, like, probably kill Deathwalker sooner rather than later. To be fair. Go away. That's like ultra delayed kills. So yeah, maybe it would be good on Seeker in that case. Alright, so for this, the only weapon implant I have is the damage. Then have Seeker bonus damage, Seeker warp range. But I also have Seeker shield HP, which might help me survive a bit better. Because my only concern is, like, taking a lot of damage before I'm able to deal a lot of damage. Because it's a sort of slow damage dealing weapon, like it doesn't do a ton of damage super quickly. I can kill him. He's gonna die to that. That's funny. I will get both of you. There we are. And then I can reload while my ability's on cooldown. It's not on cooldown either. It's basically built for max damage and max survivability. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but it seems decent. I mean, like, it's not the worst Seeker build I've ever used. Get that guy. Oh, hello. Kill you. Nah, okay, fair enough. What is that? It's probably got something. Hello. Oh, really? Okay. That's kind of lame, actually. So I was trying to... do that trick where you basically nullify the days. Makes it so his reload isn't super... his cooldown isn't super short. Ow. Alright, so it's sort of unfortunate because it's a really cool weapon, and it's a really nice idea, but I think, to be honest, even if the burn damage did scale, it might be kind of doomed to fail, because when you have a weapon with this kind of range, you're competing with other weapons that have this kind of range. And there's just much better stuff. Ember Gun, Revoker, that sort of thing. They're going to do a lot more damage a lot quicker. So the only real benefit the Hellfire has is the fact that it has the burn damage for 10 seconds, which, I mean, it's a long time. 10 seconds is actually pretty good. I can verify, though, that 52,000 is not the amount of damage that it deals every 0.5 seconds. I'll show the correct stats up on the screen here. Anyway, yeah, I mean, as far as it goes, I think it's a cool weapon. I'm going to have a lot of fun using it. I think it has some decent viability on lots of different things, though it won't be particularly fantastic. You almost definitely won't see it in competitive matches. Sort of sad that it underperforms a bit. It is nice that it's a single implant weapon, though, as in, like, you can get basically peak performance with it with only the damage implant. You don't really need the reload or the mag size, so that's cool. Highly doubt that heavier energy variants like a 16 would perform any better. Anyway, yeah, feel free to let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Otherwise, that will be it for me. Appreciate y'all. Take care.